This one is for the person who is capable of far more than they are currently showing the world. You know exactly who you are. You are the one who prepares twice as hard as everyone else, then second guesses yourself in the room. The one who has the answer and waits to see if someone else will say it first. The one who has been told to be more confident, as if confidence were a switch and you simply forgot to flip it. Here is what is actually happening. Your confidence was not lost. It was covered, layer by layer, by every moment you were told you were too much or not enough, by every room that did not make space for you, by every time you made yourself smaller so others would feel bigger. That ends today. Not because something outside of you has changed, because you have decided that the version of you that shrinks is no longer the one running the show. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move, fully, visibly, unapologetically, while the fear is still present. Sit up straight, shoulders back, chin level, and speak as the person who has already decided they are enough. Not almost enough, not enough with conditions. Enough. Right now. As they are. Say each line with your full voice, not a whisper, not a performance, the tone of someone who is done with doubt. I am confident, not because everything is perfect, but because I have decided that I am enough. I release every room, every voice, and every moment that taught me my presence needed justification. The way I speak, think, move, and show up carries a quiet authority that I no longer apologize for. I choose to take up space, physical, conversational, professional, emotional, without shrinking first. I am done waiting until I feel ready. I am ready. I have always been ready. I release the habit of over-explaining myself to people who have already made up their minds. Not louder, not pushier, not more aggressive, simply more myself, more fully, more consistently. I walk into every room knowing that I belong there as much as anyone who arrived before me. I am the person in the room who speaks first, decides clearly, and stands by what they know. I release the version of me that rehearsed confidence in private, but performed uncertainty in public. When I feel doubt, I do not stop. I move through it with my head up and my voice steady. I choose to be seen, fully, honestly, without the armor of self-deprecation, and to trust that what is seen is worthy. My confidence is not borrowed from other people's approval. It lives in me regardless of what anyone thinks. I release the reflex to minimize my achievements before someone else can question them. Every time I have pushed through fear to show up fully, I have built something in me that cannot be taken back. I stop softening my opinions to make them easier for others to dismiss. I am not arrogant for knowing my value. I am honest. I choose eye contact, clear speech, and stillness, the body language of someone who is not asking for permission. I release the exhausting performance of pretending to be less than I am. My ideas deserve to be heard in the tone they were formed, with conviction, with clarity, with no apology attached. I am building a confidence so deeply rooted that a single bad day cannot knock it over. I release comparison as a measure of my worth. My lane is mine. I am running it well. When someone underestimates me, I do not shrink to confirm their expectation. I expand to correct it. I stop treating my uncertainty as evidence that I am not ready. Uncertainty and readiness coexist. I am allowed to change my mind, make mistakes, and still be someone whose confidence is intact. I release the need to be the most qualified person in the room before I speak. Unstoppable does not mean without fear. It means the fear has never once made me disappear. I choose to back myself, in private, in public, in the moments when no one is watching and it matters most. I release every apology I have ever made for existing at full volume. I am confident, I am capable, and I am completely done waiting for someone else to confirm it. This is the moment you stop describing what you hope for and start claiming what is already forming. Breathe in and receive. I manifest a confidence so rooted and so real that it does not fluctuate with other people's moods or opinions. I manifest the complete and permanent dissolution of the inner voice that told me I was not enough. I manifest a presence so grounded that I walk into any room and feel immediately at home in myself. I manifest that my voice, in meetings, in conversations, in rooms full of people, carries the weight of someone who knows their worth. I manifest freedom from the specific fear of being seen and found wanting. I manifest a life in which I no longer rehearse what I should have said, because I said it when it mattered. I manifest the courage to be the first one to speak, the first to act, and the first to back themselves without waiting for applause. I manifest a version of myself so comfortable in my own skin that other people's confidence no longer intimidates me. It inspires me. I manifest complete freedom from the habit of shrinking in the presence of people I have decided are more important than me. I manifest that the opportunities I have been too afraid to pursue begin arriving in forms I cannot ignore. I manifest a body that moves with ease, a voice that speaks with clarity, and a mind that decides without second-guessing every step. I manifest a career, a social life, and a daily existence shaped by someone who shows up fully rather than hovering at the edges. I manifest that every person I encounter from this point forward meets the version of me that is done performing smallness. I manifest the specific confidence that lives in the moment before speaking, the steadiness, the breath, the choice to go anyway. I manifest freedom from the approval cycle, the exhausting loop of doing, waiting, and measuring my worth by the response. I manifest that my confidence becomes a quiet invitation for the people around me to feel safer in their own. I manifest opportunities that match the size of the person I am becoming, not the size of the person I used to believe I was. I manifest complete ease in conflict, the ability to hold my ground with warmth and without losing myself in the process. I manifest a relationship with my own reflection, in mirrors, in recordings, in how others describe me. That is finally kind. I manifest a standard of self-talk so high that the old critical voice has no space left to operate. I manifest the boldness to ask for what I want, name what I need, and decline what does not serve me, without guilt. I manifest that every time I have chosen courage over comfort, the result confirms that I was right to do so. I manifest a circle of people who match my energy, challenge my thinking, and never require me to be small to belong. I manifest that this session, these 10 minutes, becomes a turning point I can feel in my body for the rest of the day. I manifest the specific confidence of someone who has done the inner work and no longer needs external validation to feel solid. I manifest freedom from the fear of outgrowing the rooms and relationships that once defined me. I manifest that my most confident self, the one I have glimpsed in my best moments, becomes my everyday self. I manifest a life built not around avoiding judgment, but around trusting myself enough that judgment loses its power. I manifest that every affirmation I have spoken today rewires something, quietly, permanently, and in my favor. I manifest unstoppable confidence, not the performance of it, but the lived, grounded, unshakable reality of it. If this session found the part of you that has been waiting to stop shrinking, subscribe. Come back every day. This is the daily practice that builds the person you are becoming. Like this video, it costs you nothing and it carries this content to someone who is sitting exactly where you were when you pressed play. In the comments, type this right now. I am done shrinking. I take up space. I belong here. Say it like the most confident version of you already means it, because they do. Share this with someone who has been dimming their light for far too long. The most confident thing you can do today is remind someone else of their own. Confidence is not something you find. It is something you practice, one decision at a time, one room at a time, one moment of choosing yourself over the fear. You just practiced it. 10 minutes of choosing your own voice over the noise. 10 minutes of standing in your own truth without apologizing for it. Do not let the world talk you back into smallness the moment you close this video. Carry this into the next conversation, into the next decision, into the next room you walk into. You are not almost enough. You are not enough with conditions. You are enough, right now, exactly as you are with everything you carry. Walk like it.